Welcome to BookTone, the peaceful sanctuary where every book speaks to your heart and wisdom resonates with the hum of your soul. In today's exploration, we delve into a truly transformative chapter, Chapter 3, titled The Miracle Working Power of Your Subconscious, a powerful exploration by Dr. Joseph Murphy into the hidden realm of the subconscious mind, a realm that operates quietly beneath our conscious thoughts, yet wields the incredible ability to shape our reality in ways that often feel miraculous, offering an extraordinary invitation to anyone ready to harness the unseen forces within, and revealing that the very power to create, heal, manifest abundance, and align with a deeper sense of purpose lies not in some distant external miracle, but in the inner sanctum of our own minds. Dr. Murphy begins this chapter by emphasizing that the subconscious mind is like fertile soil without judgment, criticism, or resistance, accepting whatever seeds are planted within, whether they are seeds of fear, doubt, negativity, limitation, or, alternatively, seeds of faith, hope, courage, joy, healing, and prosperity, and that the key to unlocking its potential lies in understanding that thoughts are seeds, and that what we consistently think, feel, visualize, and affirm becomes the invisible architect of our lives unfolding. He teaches that the subconscious mind doesn't argue with us, doesn't weigh the logic of our intentions, doesn't analyze our doubts. Rather, it simply takes every thought and emotion we offer it, as if they were unquestionable facts, and begins to orchestrate the circumstances, experiences, and people that reflect them, impressing upon us the crucial importance of not feeding it limiting beliefs like I cannot, I'll never, I'm unworthy, or it's impossible, because these phrases, when repeated and felt with emotional conviction, become internal programs that manifest outcomes aligned with lack, failure, and suffering. Instead, Dr. Murphy encourages us to plant seeds of positivity through affirmations, imaginal acts, and prayerful declarations, such as, by day and by night I am being prospered in all of my interests, uttered in the present tense and given emotional life, so that the subconscious mind receives them as truths already lived, and subsequently aligns its silent operations, neurochemical reactions, intuitive insights, inspired actions, synchronicities, to bring them into objective experience. One of the most compelling narratives in the chapter involves a woman diagnosed with what seemed to be an incurable disease who, rather than succumbing to fear, chose to uniquely and persistently visualize herself as healthy, active, and vibrant, repeating healing affirmations before sleep and upon waking, such as, I am whole, I am well, my body is restored by the divine intelligence within me, and with unwavering faith, began to notice physical changes, improvements in her symptoms, and ultimately full recovery, leaving medical professionals astonished, yet perfectly in line with what Dr. Murphy identifies as a natural law of the mind that bridges inner belief with outer manifestation. The chapter further explores how imagination and faith work hand in hand, functioning like twin engines of the subconscious, where imagination paints the picture and faith gives it the emotional energy to exist before it appears, demonstrating that spontaneous healings, sudden opportunities, creative breakthroughs, and unexpected arrivals of support aren't anomalies or wishful thinking, but rather the precise outcome of our subconscious mind being programmed with images and feelings believed as true. Dr. Murphy explains that this principle transcends religion, ideology, and culture. It's not a mystical superstition, but a psychological and spiritual law, as consistent as gravity or mathematics, and supported by a variety of anecdotal examples, scientific observations, and scriptural parallels that range from biblical healings to modern-day success stories, illustrating that once the subconscious is aligned with what's desired, the cosmos, or call it quantum field, universal intelligence, mind of God, reconfigures itself to deliver. However, this wondrous power can either build or destroy, depending on what we choose to implant, and so, the practice of vigilant mental gardening becomes essential, requiring us to monitor our internal dialogue, manage habitual negative thought loops, reframe disappointment and setbacks not as failure, but as signals to adjust the mental script, and deliberately repeat positive affirmations like "I succeed in all I undertake," "I enjoy perfect health," or "I attract harmonious relationships," ideally just before falling asleep, when the conscious mind eases and the subconscious becomes most receptive. In addition to affirmations, Dr. Murphy encourages engaging in mental rehearsal, a vivid visualization technique where one sees every detail of the desired outcome, hears the sounds, feels the emotions, tastes the success, smells the freshness of new beginnings, because sensory-rich mental images embed more deeply into the subconscious. And neurological studies today even confirm that the brain often cannot discern between vividly imagined experience and actual external events, strengthening belief patterns that guide real-world behavior. As he continues, Dr. Murphy also addresses skepticism by comparing the subconscious to a universal service like electricity, which works whether we understand its technicalities or not, and asserting that we don't need to visibly see the wiring working. We only need to plug in our desires and command the current via belief, repetition, and feeling, while remaining detached from the how, focusing instead on the what. The chapter also highlights that prayer and affirmation succeed not through ritual or words alone, but through the emotion-laden expectancy and definitive statement of fact, even going so far as to encourage the phrase, "I give thanks that for today I am healed, prosperous, and guided," acknowledging the desired outcome as accomplished, which signals the subconscious that it's time to deliver. Dr. Murphy draws quotes across spiritual traditions, Buddha's words about mental formation, Jesus' teaching on faith moving mountains, modern psychological findings on placebo effects, all converging to a simple yet profound truth. The world is shaped by our internal beliefs, and understanding this gives us remarkable agency. He also outlines practical steps to shift from doubt to empowerment. Identify a negative belief pattern. Consciously interrupt it with a replacement thought. Visualize the desired state. Repeat an affirmation during quiet, restful moments. Feel gratitude as if the desire has already come. And then trust the subconscious to work behind the scenes, avoiding worry or mental rechecking. Because doubt only signals to the subconscious that success is not real. In closing the chapter, Dr. Murphy gently reminds us that this teaching isn't meant to discourage us if we've been struggling, it's meant to empower us, showing that even deeply held wounds, financial strain, emotional pain, and chronic conditions can be transformed when the subconscious mind is brought into alignment with what is good, true, and loving. He reassures the reader that just because this power has been misused in the past through superstition, charlatanism, or negative programming, doesn't mean it's inherently dangerous, but rather that it demands respect, discipline, and conscious cultivation, just as a musician must tune their instrument before playing, or a gardener must weed the plot and choose valuable seeds. Ultimately, Chapter 3 of The Power of Your Subconscious Mind invites us to step into the role of the conscious gardener, planting seeds of faith, hope, creativity, healing, prosperity, and love, knowing that the subconscious, when properly directed, will water and nourish them, silently orchestrating the emergence of miracles in our everyday lives, and leaving us with a heartfelt reminder that the only real magic is the quiet, consistent practice of renewing our minds, holding to the vision that good things are already unfolding, and trusting our unseen ally to bring them forth. So take a deep breath, tenderly consider the seeds you're planting with your thoughts right now, and be gentle with yourself, because transformation isn't an explosion, but a garden that blossoms in time. And here at BookTone, we are honored to walk alongside you as your inner alchemy unfolds. Take care of your thoughts, for they are silently shaping your tomorrow.